So after flying the Mini 4 Pro and the DJI Air 3 for a few months now, I want to give you my honest opinion what both of these drones have been like. And if you can only pick one, which one of these you should actually get. Now, I don't think there's ever been two drones that are actually so similar. In terms of actual features, they are pretty much identical inside. It's the hardware differences that's going to be the biggest difference here. Now, the difference in price, and I'm going to talk about price towards the end of the video, at the moment on sale, both of these drones is about a $300 difference. So is that going to be worth it for you? Let's talk about the Mini 4 Pro first of all. The DJI Mini 4 Pro is physically much smaller, weighing 249 grams. This is a lot more portable, easy to take with you. If you have large coat pockets, you can actually fit this inside of your coat pocket, and it folds down really nice and compact. The DJI Air 3 is physically bigger. This weighs 720 grams, but it folds down still really nice and compact. You're obviously not going to get this in like a coat pocket, and because of this size difference, you're probably not going to be flying this drone as much. Because the DJI Mini 4 Pro is so small, it is a lot more convenient to take with you. Just like most of the time you'll take your phone with you and use that for your camera, you'll find taking this is a lot less effort, and therefore you're going to be flying it a lot more. And whilst we're talking about the size and weight of these drones, it's not just about the actual drones. Everything is bigger on the DJI Air 3. So if we look on the battery on the Mini 4 Pro, it is a really small, tiny battery, whereas the DJI Air 3, it's practically like double the size. You do get more battery, which we're going to talk about heavily in the differences between these drones. And also the chargers are much bigger as well. So if you look at the difference, this is the DJI Mini 4 Pro charger that comes with a Fly More combo compared to the DJI Air 3. So again, much bigger in terms of size and weight. So if you just want a really small drone, you're not really bothered about taking any other equipment, you don't want to take a bag with you, you just want like the smallest kind of drone to get really good quality, then in terms of actually size, ease of use, the Mini 4 Pro takes the lead here. And because of the weight difference, you will have more restrictions on the DJI Air 3 than the Mini 4 Pro. So the DJI Mini 4 Pro has a C0 label. The Air 3 is a C1 drone. So for instance, in the UK here, you can fly the Mini 4 Pro over buildings, around buildings, close to people, even over people, and you don't need any drone licenses. Whereas the DJI Air 3, because it's over 250 grams, you have to fly this in the UK away from people, so 150 meter distance from any built up areas, any people. You can't fly it over uninvolved people, so there are more restrictions there. So you would need to get a drone license. In the UK, that's called the A2 license, and then you have a 50 meter separation distance. So you still don't have the same restriction-free flying as the Mini 4 Pro. Now this alters in different countries all around the world, so you need to check where you're living. But again, if you're not willing to actually do any drone licenses, you just want to get a drone, register it, get an operator ID, then the Mini 4 Pro has a lot less restrictions. The DJI Mini 4 Pro is also a lot more discreet as well, so if you don't want loads of attention on you, this is quieter. Now it's not silent, but once it's in the air, it's going to be really hard for any bystanders to actually see or hear this drone. Whereas the DJI Air 3, the propellers are much bigger, the motors are bigger as well, so it's going to make a lot more noise. So if you're wanting something that's more discreet, the Mini 4 Pro again is another advantage. This video is sponsored by Zhiyun, and throughout this video I've just been using two of their lights to light all of these different scenes. The M20C is a fantastic small but powerful light that I've been using for all the different B-roll shots, my thumbnails. I use this all the time, keep it in my camera bag. Now it's great because not only can I change the color temperature, but because it's an RGB light, I can have different effects on here and lots of different colors for different B-roll shots, just like on the screen now. But it also has magnetic attachment as well. So you get a honeycomb filter that just snaps onto the front, but you also get barn doors as well. So I can now control the lighting on all of my different scenes using these barn doors. This is absolutely fantastic. And then I've been using this, which again is really handheld and portable, but super powerful. This delivers 100 watts of power. This is actually at 1%. It's bi-color, so you can still change that color temperature. So I could use this as my main key light, or if I'm outside filming, I could light anything I want because of just how powerful this actually gets. You can even attach a mini softbox onto the front of this. You can attach this to tripods and have this as your main key light. So if you create content or you just want to upgrade your lighting setup, I highly recommend these two really small but powerful lights. I'll link them both at the top of the description. Now let's get back to the video. But aside from the restrictions, the weight, the size, let's be honest, the main reason you get one of these drones is in terms of the actual cameras, the quality that you're going to be able to get in photos and videos. Now the actual cameras on both of these, the Mini 4 Pro has one camera and the DJI Air 3 has two cameras, but the main camera on both are identical. So I'm going to put a few clips side by side here. And you can just see that in terms of actual quality, there is no difference. Both of these drones have the exact same f1.7 fixed aperture, 24mm, and they also have the exact same color profiles. So you've got normal color profile, which is great for beginners. This does all of the processing for you. You have HLG color profiles. So it's like a HDR look, so really vibrant. So in bright areas, it's great for that, like sunsets, sunrises. And they also have D-Log-M. This is a fantastic color profile we saw on the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. We now have it on both of these drones. So this is a flat color profile, so you can then go and color grade that, and you're going to get the very best in terms of quality. And the D-Log-M is also 10-bit, so this means that you're going to get 1 billion colors captured compared to using the normal color profile, which captures 16 million. So if you are good at color grading, then D-Log-M, just keep it in that all of the time and your results are going to be fantastic. If not, I also have my own DJI Mini 4 Pro and DJI Air 3 custom made LUTs for that D-Log-M color profile. So you could purchase them on my website and then you're going to get results like this. And all you do is just select one of the custom made LUTs, you drag that onto your D-Log-M clip, and that's it, job done. No color grading, no learning, it's all done for you, and they are custom made for both of these drones. Highly recommend them. However, as I mentioned before, the DJI Air 3 has a second camera, and it's not just any old camera. This camera is beautiful, and it's one of the best features on the DJI Air 3. So you get a f2.8 70mm, so it's like a tele lens. You get a 3x dedicated optical zoom on the DJI Air 3, and this just brings a ton of advantages. So it gives you a lot more creativity. So not only can you get closer to things, so you could zoom in up to 3x, you can then actually use digital zoom as well to get up to 9x. But you can just see the difference here of how restricted you are with the 24mm, basically one camera on the Mini 4 Pro. And in that same location, I could use the 3x 70mm lens on here and just look just how close I can get. But it's not all about the zoom. It actually gives you the options to completely compress that background. So you can make everything just look larger than life. Like that background is either moving really fast. You can get fantastic results in creative shots, just like all of these here I'm showing you. They're all taken on the DJI Air 3 with this 70mm lens. And let me tell you, the biggest kind of shock is that when you fly the DJI Air 3 and you use both that 1x and that 3x tele lens, going back to that Mini 4 Pro with just that one lens, it is a real disadvantage, because having that dedicated 3x tele lens on here is a massive, massive advantage. But it's not just about video. Both of these drones take fantastic photos as well, but you can use the 3x tele lens on here to take photos. So you can do similar shots on the Mini 4 Pro. You're just going to have to physically fly this a lot closer, but you're not going to get that same compression. Whereas on the DJI Air 3, you could have this drone sitting a lot further back, just actually use that 3x lens, and then you get fantastic shots like this. I can compress the background, but I can also use some other features as well, like hyperlapse, master shots, waypoints, all using that 3x lens as well. Now, as I said at the start of the video, both of these drones have the exact same internal features. So you've got the night video mode where it uses AI and it will automatically enhance the low light video. And you've also got cruise control, so you just set off in any direction. All you do is you hit the C1 button and the drone will then go into autopilot and just fly in that direction automatically. You've got waypoints where you can make your own drone custom missions. You've got smart shots, active shots 360, where you can get the drone to track you anywhere on a 360 degrees clock face. But you've also got the option now to track you from either close by, or you can actually have the drone a bit further back. Don't forget, on the DJI Air 3, you can use that 3x lens on all of your active shots as well, so you can get much better compression and kind of more creativity. So this is better for active shots. You've got master shots, you've got quick shots. They are exactly the same in terms of actual features you're going to get on both of these drones. Now, if you like posting to social media, the Mini 4 Pro actually has a rotating camera. The DJI Air 3, it doesn't. So on the Mini 4 Pro, you can actually film in 4K with no crop and actually share this direct to, say, Instagram. You can take photos in vertical as well and share them with no crop. On the DJI Air 3, it does have a auto crop mode, but it's not 4K. It maxes out at 2.7K for vertical video, and there is no support for vertical photos. So you still have to be a bit more old school and crop your own photos or videos if you're sharing to social media. Both of these drones have the exact same omnidirectional sensoring, so they will detect any objects when you're flying and they will automatically avoid anything in a 360 degrees obstacle avoidance. Fantastic safety feature there and perfect for beginners. They also have the exact same features as well, so if you lose signal, the drone will automatically come back to you. You have auto brake. In terms of actual safety features, again, exactly the same. However, the DJI Air 3, this does have AirSense. The Mini 4 Pro, it doesn't. So if there's any manned aircraft in your area, you actually get a notification on your controller saying manned aircraft, and it will show you exactly where that aircraft is. This is such a great feature. I wish all of the drones had this, including the Mini 4 Pro, so you can actually make sure you're not in that area. You can land your drone. It's a great feature for both you and that manned aircraft. So far, we'll see that both of these drones are pretty similar, and there are some key advantages to that Mini 4 Pro. However, we'll now see that one of these drones takes a significant lead. Both of these drones support the brand new DJI RC2. Now, in terms of actual signal at time of recording this, these two drones here have the best signal out of like the consumer foldable drones that DJI offer. The signal coming from both of these is better than the more expensive DJI Mavic 3 Pro, mainly due to it's got these external antennas on the top of it. Now, the controller is really good as well. So you've got a built-in screen. It's also got a new chip inside of here, so it's a lot more faster when navigating the menus. But in terms of actual signal, the DJI Air 3 is actually slightly better because this has 6 antennas built into it. The Mini 4 Pro has 4. So a slight advantage there to the DJI Air 3 in terms of signal performance with DJI RC2. Now, in terms of actual performance, if I'm being honest with you, there is a massive difference. The Mini 4 Pro, by having this smaller design, under 250 grams, it's going to take a hit in terms of wind resistance. So on paper, the DJI Air 3 has a wind resistance of 12 meters per second, about 26.8 miles per hour, and the Mini 4 Pro 10.7 meters per second. So actually on paper, there isn't really much of a difference there at all. But we're not talking about on paper, we're talking about my overall experience, what it's been like flying both of these drones over the winter. And let me tell you, in real life, there is a night and day difference. On a windy day, the DJI Air 3 is going to give you so much more confidence. So it can handle that wind a lot more because it's bigger, it's heavier. So it means getting to places is going to get there a lot faster, a lot more stable, and it does a fantastic job at resisting the wind. The Mini 4 Pro, it does well for its size, it's remarkable, but it is constantly fighting the wind. We actually have a new feature on both of these drones now where you can actually see out of these obstacle avoidance sensors. And on a windy day, that Mini 4 Pro is getting battered, trying to do everything possible to keep level, whereas the DJI Air 3 is just sat there chilling. So because it's fighting that wind a lot on a windy day, it's going to take a hit also in battery life, which I will come on to. So if you're going to be flying a lot in hilly areas, mountains, over the sea, over cliffs, areas where it's going to be naturally windy, this is going to give you a lot more confidence and performance. Now, the DJI Air 3 absolutely destroys the Mini 4 Pro in terms of battery life. So again, on paper, the DJI Air 3 has a 46-minute battery life, really impressive. The Mini 4 Pro, 34 minutes, again, super impressive. But on these drones, you've got all of these features built into them. So you're going to be using all them features majority of the time. Unless you're just flying in a straight line and hit record, then both of these drones will give you great performance. But when you're using all of these different intelligent features, the Mini 4 Pro battery is terrible. So on average, you get between 18 and 20 minutes, depending on the wind conditions. On a windy day, maybe 15 minutes. But on the DJI Air 3, on a windy day, I'm still going to get 30 minutes. And on a day where it's not too windy, easily 35, 40 minutes. The battery life on here is fantastic. Just think 35, 40 minutes from the DJI Air 3, and on the Mini 4 Pro, 15, 20 minutes. Now, pricing is super important. Now, on the DJI website, the DJI Air 3, this starts at $1,099 and the Mini 4 Pro, $759. But I don't recommend that version at all. That's with the old controller where you have to get your phone, put it into the controller, get the wire, and then actually use your phone as a screen. So if you're going to get the Fly More combo as well, which I highly recommend, this is where the price starts to increase. The DJI Mini 4 Pro with the RC2 Fly More combo is $1,099. The DJI Air 3 is $1,549. So quite a significant difference there in terms of price, but you are getting the second camera on the DJI Air 3, you're getting a much better battery, and you're also getting much stronger and better performance. Now on Amazon currently, both of these are actually on sale. So in the UK, and I've checked in the US as well, so it's around about a $280, $300 difference between these two, which brings that price down. So which one of these would you get? Well, as I said, neither of these are perfect. Before we answer that question, what about the faults? Now, thankfully, none of these drones are terrible, so there's no major faults with either of these, and I wouldn't expect them to. These are new generations of drones that were already good to start with. The DJI Air 3, I would say the only faults really, it doesn't have an adjustable aperture, so you've got a fixed f1.7 and a fixed f2.8, so in bright conditions, you're going to have to use ND filters all of the time. It also doesn't support vertical photos. I wish it did. I really don't understand still why it can't. If it can support vertical video, then that's a downside. And also, you just need to think, you do need to actually do a drone license, do some qualification to actually fly this in the places you probably want to fly it. So it's another consideration. Obviously the price, it's more expensive. But for being really honest with you, since I've had the DJI Air 3, I hardly ever now fly the more expensive DJI Mavic 3 Pro. And the DJI Mini 4 Pro, this doesn't have a ton of faults either. It doesn't have an adjustable aperture, so you will need to use ND filters all the time. I've done a video on ND filters, I'll put it at the end of this video if you want to check that out. It's good, but it's not fantastic in the wind, and the battery life isn't brilliant. But on a dry day where it's not really windy, this is an absolute phenomenal drone in terms of the actual quality that you're going to get out of it. So which one should you buy? So the Mini 4 Pro gives you the very best in terms of value for money. You're going to get all the exact same intelligent flight features. You're going to get the exact same main camera. It supports OcuSync 4. You can use this with the DJI RC2. And you're going to be able to fly this in more places without having to do any qualifications. You get vertical support on here for photos and videos, and it is just so small and convenient. Whereas the DJI Air 3, this is going to give you the very best in terms of performance and quality. So you're going to get that extra camera as well. So you're getting a 70mm lens on your camera, which is such a massive advantage. Loads more creative options for you to take photos and videos, compress that background, get fantastic shots. It will also enhance all of the intelligent flight features in here because you can use that lens as well. But if I can only actually choose one of these drones, and I could recommend one of these drones to you, I would say the DJI Air 3. So this has the same features, but it's going to give you a lot more confidence, better battery life. That second camera is brilliant. This is just overall a lot better, and it is worth that difference in price. The Mini 4 Pro is a fantastic drone, really good, but there isn't a massive, huge difference between this and the Mini 3 Pro, which is a lot cheaper. You can find that on sale everywhere now. So I would say if you're going to get one, get the DJI Air 3. Let me know in the comments down below, which one of these drones would you pick if you could only pick one? You might have both of these. Which one do you prefer? Please let me know in the comments down below. I read all the comments. I'll try and reply to all of you. But it is a fantastic time to get any of these. They've had lots of firmware updates since they've both come out, so they're actually better than they originally were when they came out a few months ago. So yeah, I love both of these drones. My experience has been good and bad. Sometimes it's been frustrating with the battery life on here. I've always got to make sure I've got 3 batteries, pretty much as a minimum when I'm flying this drone, especially on a windy day. The DJI Air 3, fantastic quality drone. You're always going to get good results with this, and I love that 3x zoom. So both of these are fantastic drones. You're not going to go wrong with either of them. Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, just do me a favor and hit that like button. Make sure you check out any LUTs and cheat sheets that I've got for both of these drones on my website. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.